Hello everybody and welcome to the Tellow Family Kitchen. We're continuing our theme of American-inspired dishes, and today we'll be making pizza, one of, if not the most beloved dishes in the United States. Now, while pizza originated in Italy, we have clearly adopted it here in the United States. I mean, just look at this perfection. And the great part is, this recipe is so simple, anybody can do it. So I'll show the rest of the ingredients later, but first this is 3/4 of a cup of warm water. To it, I'll add this whole pack of active dry yeast right there, and then basically about a teaspoon of sugar to activate it, and we'll mix this together here like that, and then we'll set that aside. So all told, we have 8 ingredients, and here they are. We have unbleached bread flour, sugar, salt, olive oil, mozzarella cheese, marinara sauce, and then here's our water and yeast. You can see it's risen. All right, so first we'll add 2 cups of flour. 1 cup. A full cup. So 2 cups there. And then we'll add about 2 of these spoons. This is probably 2 teaspoons of sugar. No, in Italian cooking. And then 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Before I add the olive oil, I'm just going to mix that together a little bit. Lately, I have not been measuring the olive oil, but I've been adding maybe about like 3 tablespoons. And then we'll mix this together also before we add the water and yeast. There we go, and then now in with the water and yeast. And then this is where the process begins. Now we're going to get this to try to form up into what resembles a dough ball. All right, after a few, maybe 5 to 7 minutes of kneading it with the wooden spoon, it's kind of starting to come together. And there was one ingredient that I forgot, which is the Canola Blend, because we're going to spray that on the pan around it, on the bowl here, and then we'll cover it and then put it in the oven for a little bit. Pretty good there. Now we'll spray the pan. Forgot to mention I washed my hands before I did this part, so probably a good idea to do that. Put it in here. So next I warmed up the oven to 100 degrees and then turned it off just to keep it warm. Covered the dough here with a towel, and I put it in this pan and then into the oven right there for 2 hours. Then we'll take it out from the oven. All right, then after we took it out of the oven, you can see the dough is really soft. We'll take it over here to our pizza pan. I'm going to flour it this way so the dough won't stick after we get it ready and put it in the oven, and then we'll get some flour on the dough as well. Now that I've made it into a ball, you can use a rolling pin for this point if you want. It makes it a little easier to stretch, but I'll just stretch it by hand. Just kind of pulling from the center outward. And the nice part about using this pizza pan, it helps me to keep it pretty round. And then after stretching it out for a few minutes, I've been doing it really gradually to try not to tear the dough, and I try to get it to the last row of the holes on the pizza pan. Now we're ready to put the marinara sauce on. Give it a little bit of mix. All right, now we're ready for the mozzarella. Put this in a plate just to make it easier to spread. At this point, it's a good time to warm up the oven to 400 degrees, and then I'm going to put some pepperonis on. You can put whatever you'd like, though. So I'll get those on. Now we're ready to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 16 minutes. Halfway through, after 8 minutes, we'll rotate it. Okay, and then after 8 minutes, looking pretty good, we'll rotate it because more heat comes from the back of the oven, like that, in another 8 minutes. And then after 16 minutes, we'll take it out here. Look at that. That looks great. This is for a regular crust. If you like crispy crust, keep it in an extra 2 minutes for about 18 minutes total. That'll make the crust crispy. But now I'm going to leave it here for a bit, let it cool before we cut it. Then after it cooled down for a little bit, we'll cut it. One thing left to do, try it. I love this homemade pizza. It's so delicious. Perfect mix of the sauce and the cheese and the pepperonis. And the great thing is, whatever else you'd like to put on it, more sauce, more cheese, any other toppings, anything you'd like, perfect for that. And hey, just a reminder, all our new episodes, including this one, are now available in 4K. Here's how you can watch in the highest quality. Just click this gear icon, click quality, and see if it's in 4K. If it's not, just click 4K. Easy as that. I really hope you guys get a chance to try this pizza recipe. It's super simple. Anybody can make it, and it's delicious homemade pizza. Really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks very much to Mom for her help running the camera, and we'll see you next time from the Tellow Family Kitchen.